I'm Craig Fisher. We're back to do the Employer Branding Roundtable Wrap-Up, and I've got Tamara from Kelly Services here with me, and she's a very good Kelly girl.
Oh, thank you very much.
What'd you think?
Well, I think it was a great session. I think we've touched a lot of different points when we're talking about employer branding, right? So, is it employer branding? Is it a culture of the company? Is it something that someone owns, or it should be, owned by everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Is it something that goes from the top down, or is it something that goes, up from bottom up?
Mm-hmm.
So we've discussed all the things, and also very important to think about the internal communication. So does it mean the internal communication in the employer branding stuff, right? Do you tell to your employees what to say about the company, or they should say what they think?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you see this conversation was going? Did you agree with everything that we were discussing here, or?
Well, I think the general consensus was that you should be it, build it and be it. Don't just write it and distribute it, right? And so it's got to be authentic, it's got to be transparent, and you do have to have a good method of communication for giving this to the employees. So if you want to tell the world about our awesome culture, here are the tools to talk about work better if you want to. And I think that's, really a smart way to go about it. We think that our company is awesome. If you agree, here's the way we would like you to discuss it online, just some general guidelines. You don't have to, but if you want to help attract more cool people like you to this awesome world of ours, we'd love for you to help us.
So what do you think if there is a company who never done any employer branding before, medium company, what are the 3 things that they need to do?
So buy a foosball table.
Okay.
Throw a party. No, they need to take an audit of what is their current actual employer brand.
Right.
Ask the employees first. What's your experience at this company? If you had to describe it to somebody else, tell me what you would think. Right? So take the audit and combine, the results and come up with, how do we say this? This is what people mostly think about us in the organization. That's authentic. That's something that employees can get behind because now you've incorporated them into the process. Then say, listen, we know you're on social media. We're not going to ban you from doing that. So, in fact, we think you're great at that. We want you to continue being the rock star that you are. Here's some guidelines if you want to do this on the company's behalf every once in a while. Ask your wife or your grandmother, do you know what I do for a living? Shouldn't they know? Wouldn't it be great if they could actually refer the right people to your organization? And then make sure that they all have the tools going forward to just use common sense. And the people are your brand. An employer brand is made up of employees' brands, because otherwise you've just got great work-life balance, a great startup environment, an established company with a startup environment, nothing original.
Right.
The people are the only thing nobody else has. So take it from there.
And trust them.
And trust them. Empower them and trust them.
That was a great session. Thank you very much.
It was. Thank you, Tamara.